Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Kingcrown again. Just got off of work. It's a Sunday. My weekend is over. Basically, I work all weekend. I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I uh, I work every weekend, 12-hour shifts. So I don't really go out very much because I don't have time. Other than that, I mean, I gotta sleep for the other half of the time. Anyway, I just got off, relaxing. I'm gonna have a beer here. Um, Hold on. Yeah. Can't mention which beer, but I'm having a beer. And actually, I should probably take that off. I was talking to a friend about something. You guys might have heard of it, The Secret. Okay. I've never read the book, but I watched the movie. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Actually, and I'm not one for like mystical kind of ideas or stuff like that where it's like, oh, it's just it's not. Hold on. Okay. So it's oh yeah, it's a book and a movie, and I watched the movie. I thought it was killer. I was really into it actually. It just seems like it works. Or at least it seemed like it worked. It didn't make any sense at first, but I was like, this kind of seems like it could make sense. And like it really does happen. And not only that, they had a lot of quotes in there from great men, and all these people really believed in it. And that kind of gave me that second kind of umph. Not only that, I think that it would make more sense in the way the world works that somebody who was wealthy would get more instead of somebody who was wealthy getting less and the poor getting more, so that it could equal out. I don't think that's the way the world works. I think that it works, if you're wealthy, you get more wealthy, and if you're poor, you just stay poor, you get poorer, and it's really hard to change those and to get a different one. And we would hope that things equal out, but that's not the way it is, and we know that. Anyway, the reason I think The Secret works is because I was actually watching a TED Talk the other day on this woman. I'll get the link and I'll post it below. But this TED Talk, okay, she said that when you take on a power pose, your cortisol is lowered and your testosterone is boosted. So because of that, you become more assertive. You also stress less because of the cortisol. And this is the perfect recipe for being assertive and getting what you want. The funny thing about that, on top of it, is that when you take on a powerful, dominant, assertive role, other people don't imitate you. Instead, they complement you. So if you're taking on a dominant role, they're going to take on a submissive role. And this submissive role that they take on, their cortisol is risen and their testosterone is lowered. And this can happen in 2 minutes. So, in the TED Talk, she says, go to the bathroom if you're in a bad interview, like a job interview, and you're really nervous, freaking out. Go to the bathroom, look real good, like for 2 minutes at least, so that your testosterone gets risen, even females, and your cortisol gets lowered. When you do that, you'll become more assertive, and you won't have to. You won't feel as much. You'll feel more prepared for the situation because you'll be calm. You won't be stressing out about it. It's a good thing. But check this out. We can change that in 2 minutes. Isn't that crazy? 2 minutes. That's all you need. So let's assume that somebody assumes a dominant role always. That must mean that the people around them usually, naturally, because the way we subconsciously think, naturally submit to this dominant person. Just because they say, oh, he's dominant, I don't know, I just should. And then they submit, and everybody kind of just gives this dominant person things. Okay, well, oh, give me a glass of water, would you? Yeah, sure, why not? Because they compliment it, and because of that, this person is literally calling those things into existence. That's why it works, because of the secret. So it's like you're calling all these ideas into existence, and by doing that, like the way that The Secret works is on what you want already. So I want a I want a certain type of car and a really expensive car, but not that expensive, maybe like 40 grand. I want that car. And because I want it, my wants may change in the future, but for the most part, I continuously want that thing. I continuously want that thing always. I'm just reminded of it when I see it. Well, so if you want, basically, if you are assertive, you are going to get what you want, whether what you want is something that is constantly on your mind or not on your mind as much, maybe because you say, well, it's a little expensive for the time being and maybe in the future I'll get it. You're still saying you want it, and maybe something else like food or something. These things, whether you want them or not, or the fact that you want them and the fact that you're being assertive physically changes your body, physically changes your mind, and by doing so, you emit some type of energy that people submit to, and when that happens, people tend to just be nicer to you and they give you things. It's a lot better. I mean, why wouldn't it be better? That's why The Secret works. And that's crazy. So, I mean, a lot of people may say, oh, The Secret's bogus and no. I don't think it's bogus. I'm not into trickery and all this mess where you're like watching, or like all into mysticism. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm into like the facts. And the the secret has facts. I just didn't know how to say them or how to pinpoint them. But now that I'm watching some other stuff, I'm starting to think about more of The Secret and think of, well, why could it work? And this is why. It's because of how we conduct ourselves through our body language. And when we conduct ourselves in a way that is appealing to others, they tend to like us more. And because of that, we become more inclined to be ourselves. And to be honest, everybody just wants the truth. But that's for another video. So I will talk to you guys later. Kingcrown out.